What do you think of these calls calling for your resignation?
Well, I don't have any plans to resign, Russ. There's still too much left to do in the next 2.5 years.
Indianapolis Mayor Joe Hogsett adamant tonight he is not planning to resign from office. It all comes as another city-county councilor has asked him to step down. This follows that explosive scene at last night's council meeting.
This afternoon, Mayor Hogsett now responding to developments surrounding an investigation that centered on how his office handled sexual harassment and assault allegations, as well as new accusations of his own misconduct toward employees.
CBS 4's Russ McQuaid sat down with the mayor just a short time ago. He joins us live downtown with what the mayor had to say. Good evening, Russ.
And good afternoon, Bob. Mayor Joe Hogsett remains defiant in the wake of new revelations that have come out regarding the investigation into the Thomas Cook affair. After several hours of back and forth negotiations between our newsroom and the mayor's office, Joe Hogsett agreed to sit down for his first one-on-one television interview after he pulled out of an earlier press briefing this afternoon on homelessness that his partners feared would detract from their message. The distraction was last night's city-county council meeting, which dissolved into chaos as one of Cook's accusers, Lauren Roberts, demanded to be heard, but ran beyond the council's 2-minute public comment limit. She accuses Hogsett of downplaying her allegations against Cook and came forth with her own text messages with the mayor as Hogsett engaged in a conversation she deemed uncomfortable and too personal. Is it appropriate for a supervisor to engage in nighttime text messages of a personal nature with subordinates?
Well, we live in a 24-hour world, both campaign and, frankly, the business of government. So it is not unusual to perhaps become very familiar in the conversational style of people working together very closely. Again, it's a 24-hour cycle, and so you get to know one another very quickly. So I can understand, though, in retrospect, how my comments, text messages, may have been taken out of context.
Would you accept a motion of censure from the city-county council?
That's up to them.
Well, what would you think of that? Would that be a legitimate compromise? A slap on the wrist?
Yeah, I'm not going to negotiate. You know, the council can do whatever it so chooses.
Do you perceive a loss of confidence in your leadership of the city over this whole issue?
Not at all. I think that at the end of the day, people understand that the decisions that I've made as it relates to Thomas Cook and his misbehavior were based on what I knew at the time. The types of conversations that I have with other staff and campaign workers, in my estimation, have always been never intended to cause anybody to feel discomfort or uncomfort. So I hope I have comported myself in ways that the people of Indianapolis can support.
Would you support the release of the entire investigation, not just the final report, but everything gathered by the attorneys in this investigation? Would you support release of that to lay it all out on the table and clear the air?
No, I have never supported releasing confidential documents for information that has been obtained with anonymity and confidentiality surrounding it. Now, others have chosen to reveal some of that information, but I don't support. I support protecting the integrity of the process.
And of course, I said to the mayor, well, the people who were interviewed, the women interviewed, they don't have a problem with it. They're releasing the information. They would like to see it all come out. He said, no, he wants to protect the integrity of the interview process by the independent investigator. 3 city-county councilors have called for the mayor's resignation. A 4th is said to be thinking about it. Another city-county councilor told me others would step forward and ask the mayor to step down. Except he said, 1, the mayor's stubborn, he'll never do it. 2, we're all afraid of retribution. If we step out and speak up and he doesn't leave, then we will never get another project funded in our district. Live at the City County building, Russ McQuaid, CBS 4 News.